Joining me right now on Kumite TV once again is UFC welterweight rising contender Gilbert Burns. What's going on, Gilbert?
I'm good, bro. I'm good.
Let's talk about your last fight. UFC
Yeah.
Uruguay, less than 2 months ago. You defeated the undefeated Alexei Kunchenko. Take us through the fight and everything surrounding it that the fans might not know about.
Uh, like I said, like that was a short notice, but I think the thing with that last fight was I was giving. I was helping Robbie Lawler get ready to his fight. Usually, when I'm out of camp, I'm doing a lot of wrestling, a lot of jiu-jitsu, and a lot of boxing. But as soon as he asked, so I got back to do the sparring and then kind of helping him out. And then the same thing that I got back to the sparring, I got the call. I just saw like they needed a guy, and I stepped in. And I have 1 week of training, so what was a 1 week training camp? Like the hardest thing I had on my life because I have like a lot of different coaches. I have Henry Hoof, Coach Greg Jones, and Kami Barzini. They are my main coach. But I have conditioning coach from IAGP where I do my conditioning. So, and then I have Wagner Roche and Cyborg. So those guys from Fight Sports, they help me in my jiu-jitsu. So I have kind of like 5 different coaches. In 1 week, they all try to kill me. They all try to, try to push my best. But I have 1 week, I have no recovery. So it was a hard 1 week ever in my life. But I get to Uruguay, I got ready. I was feeling good. I was doing the adjust during the week, but I was in a great shape. Like I said, I was training before. I'm always training. That's why those opportunities gonna come, and I'm gonna take it because I like to train. I'm obsessed with training. We get better. So, but talking about the Kunchenko fight, I kind of like his style a lot. Like I said, like he does kickboxing. That's my main coach does, Henry Hoof. So we study a couple videos. We see the strategy. I know I could take him down, and I think I did a perfect fight against a tough guy with such a short notice that I think I dominated. I win the first 2 rounds with good, clean takedowns. I heard him on the stand up with the kicks too. I didn't get no damage at all in this fight, just a couple of leg kicks, but that was a week of icing, and I recovered pretty quick. But I like it. I like the way I fought at 170. Uh, Even being a short notice, the guy was very tough. Very people have no idea how tough that guy was. I watched a lot of his clips, and I'm happy with my performance. So I took 1 week to 10 days off, and then got back to training. And here I am. Let's go to the next short notice.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that happened in that short period of time. But what did you
Yes.
learn from your return to welterweight about yourself?
I learned. I learned so much things. I think a lot of people being saying, "Oh, when you lose, you learn." I mean, I think the learning is always there. When you lose, it's there. But when we win, sometimes we get caught up on the celebration, on the happiness that we don't see it. But every single fight that I fight, I'm getting obsessed. So I'm studying, see what could do wrong, what could do different, what the possibilities. I make a little test. How was the way they approached the fight? How was the notes that I give it to, like when I had to take a decision? So, and I think I took a good decision on that fight, and I learned so much. I learned that if I don't deplete myself on the weight cut, I will have a longer career. That was the main thing. Like, wow, I knew I fought a guy that was kind of bigger and stronger than me, and I still beat him. The guy for I think I fought smarter than my fights at 55 because I couldn't waste energy. I have a short amount of energy that I could use smart. I didn't have that like 8 weeks camp that would put me on a different conditioning. So I learned about how to pace myself. I learned about the weight. It's not an issue. You just gotta be smart on your abilities, how to you apply your energy, your technique, and a lot of more things, strategy, and like how good is to have a coach the believe in me. They give me all my coaches when I call all of them, every single one of them. My conditioning coach, they were the first guy. Wow, 2 weeks, okay, we can do it. You know, you were training, you always training. All the other coaches like, yeah, you training, let's go. You know, like I like that the feedback that I have from my coach. I learned that I need to keep that great relationship with my coach. You know, because I want them to tell me the truth, not just like, yeah, let's go. But when they tell me let's take the fight, I felt that was real. It wasn't like, yeah, you know, like, and so much little things that makes a lot of difference for me. I think I've been growing so much with those short experience because it was just like for real, like 15 days notice, 1 week training, 1 week in Uruguay, and I fought and was a big learning process on a short amount of time. And that I think I grow so much as a person, as a fighter, as you know, and the other thing that I learned so much, I'm giving more. You know, I'm trying to help all my teammates. You know, I was there last Saturday with Chess Kelly. I think we did a great job. Me and Sean Soriano, we that was a tough fight. Mm, I've been helping a lot of guys. I'm going to be helping Michael Johnson on his fight in Singapore, Vicente on his fight in New York, and couple of things that I'm saying, mais I'm giving and mais as more I'm gaining too, you know, I'm gaining, you know, so a lot of things, a lot of learning, so much learning on this experience.
In that fight, you took a little bit of damage to your calf. You know, how big of a game changer is that calf kick? You know, especially when you get into like the second and third rounds. You know, especially with you want to go for those takedowns. You want to get him to the
Yeah,
ground, but it's kind of hard to push off your leg when it's damaged,
yeah.
right?
Was hurt. He hurt me with those leg kicks, but we have so many guys here that I do those kicks a lot, and I hurt him back, and I saw him limping very bad after the fight. And I didn't even have time to rest. I just put it ice, and I gotta run to help Vicente on his corner. So I was pretty much very good. Next day I did an MRI just to check, see everything was good. I did an ultrasound too, was all good with my leg, but I was a little hurt. And those leg kicks hurts. And another thing is I have a lot of guys here that does those kicks a lot. Adam Borks, he just beat the Bellator former champ. I forgot his name
Pat
right
Curran,
now. Pat Curran. He broke.
beast.
I saw that Pat Curran broke something on his leg with those calf kicks. Jason Jackson, he just signed a Bellator too. He does a lot of those calf kicks. Robin Von Small and Sean, a lot of guys. So we kind of used to get kicking. We know that hurts, but that was another learning experience. I was hurt. I could keep fighting for sure. That's why I kept fighting. But I need to avoid those kicks. So that's why I was running more for a takedown. I started blocking. I blocked 2 of those kicks. But he hurt me a little bit with that kick there. I was like, wow, that kick hurts. I knew already, but I was always the guy that was kicking. I never got kicked. So I felt that one was hard.
Now you go from a 2 week camp to another 2 week camp at
Yes.
UFC Copenhagen. That's next for you. This is your first co-main event in the
Yeah.
UFC. What is the level of excitement for you and your team to be able to co-main event a show?
Yeah, though, I'm not, to be honest, I'm not even want to put a lot of energy on that. I'm just like,
Mhm.
I have so much things to think about it right now to get done into a travel that. But for sure, it's nice. I'm not really sure if I'm gonna stay at the common event. I heard they might change or not, but it is what it is. Like just to get in the fight, that guy with such a big name, Gunnar Nelson, a couple of months ago, he was number 13 in the world. He's not on the ranking right now, but I know a big win against him will put me on a great position. So I'm not even worried so much about common event. I don't. To be very honest with you, I don't care. They can put me on the first fight on the night. I don't. Better I fight first and I watch the whole water fight. So I don't really care so much. I would like to. I'll for sure. I would like when they go to the main event. Then I know I can make an extra money. Then more exposure. But I don't know. I'm just focused on my performance right now and make sure I survive this week right here because all the coach tried to kill me. I'm just focused on survive this week. Make sure I'll be fighting good next week.
Yeah, Gunnar Nelson, he is one of the best in the world at welterweight. It doesn't matter if he's in the rankings or not. He is a big challenge. He is also from the ADCC circuit.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
done
yeah.
well in that circuit, and you're one of the guys from that circuit too. You've done well. What are your thoughts on his skills on the mat?
I think he's great. He's great. He has a good takedowns, good clinch. He closes the distance very good. He goes to a body lock that he works very well. He takes the back very good. He mounts very good. He passes the guard. I think he's a very dangerous fighter. And I think the thing that he's still not on the rank is because he don't talk so much. He's a very respectful guy. That's why they might, kind of took him out of the ranks because he's very popular. For me, he's a very dangerous and like amazing grappler, high level grappler, and a great fighter. I think it's a big challenge for me. For sure, I'm looking for the win, look for the finish. But I know that I'm facing a guy that's a high caliber, like very high level fighter.
You mentioned earlier that you're not even thinking about co-main event, whatever. You could be fighting on the first fight of the card.
Yeah.
Taking a fight on such short notice, just like the last fight, is it almost better than having a full camp because you don't have to think about your opponent? You just go and train for the week hard, and then you go to the fight week and fight, right?
Kinda, but I don't know because when I have like 6 weeks camp, 8 weeks camp, sometimes 12 weeks camp, you just going through the motion. Like sometimes you're not in a great shape, but have so much time, so you're gonna push it slowly. Thank God I was getting ready for the ADCC. I get invited, and it was on the same night, September 28th, here in Los Angeles. So I was doing my kind of wrestling and jiu-jitsu camp at Cyborg and Fight Sports. And when they called me, I was like, wow, I'm getting that fight, especially against a grappler. So I think it makes a lot of sense. That's why I say yes. But your question is hard because this 1 week camp is hard. People have no idea. Like I went to today, just I had like 2 crazy sessions. They all tried to like bust my butt. Like let's go, let's see. Like, and I know tomorrow is gonna be harder. 2 more sessions. Wednesday is gonna be hard. I don't know. I think I like short notice because I'm a profession that I like to be ready. I like to be training. I like to be busy. I just cannot stay at home and let's say even when I'm resting, I need to take that 1 week off, and then I see like Coach Henry and everybody posting the training. Like, wow, I need to go to the session. I need to be there. I miss that so much that I'm always training. But I think we have good advantages on a small camp that I didn't spar too much. So that is good and bad. I didn't take damage at all on that training camp. In a couple of training camps, I have wars on the training camps that makes my body more beat up than the fight itself. A lot of guys get injured during the training, not just during the fight. Most of the concussions happen on the training. So I didn't spar much. So I hit pads, I did bags, I hit mitts a lot. I did a lot of wrestling, a lot of grappling. And I think in that case, it's good for my head. I'm not getting punishment, and I'm getting to a fight. But the I think that preparation, when you calculate more, when you do like 8 weeks camp, you have like better game plan. But it's a lot of goods and bad. But I'm taking just the good. The good that you said, and I think I focus on myself. I know what he's gonna do. I know what he does good. Today I always watch all of his fights. Today I watch all of Gunnar Nelson's fight just to make sure I'm ready enough. Oh, I didn't know that. No, I know that. I saw every single fight that he has, and I know his caliber. But I'm not gonna do Gunnar Nelson. I'm gonna do me. I know what I capable of. I know how sharp I am right now. And I'm gonna use my best weapons to finish. I think makes them more clear when it's a short notice. You gotta do you. You cannot think, oh, so much. You gotta do you.
last camp, you went through the hell week. Now this
Hell,
camp, you're going through hell week right
hell,
now.
yes.
What adjustments did you make, from the last one, or is it exactly the same
It-
camp?
It's not exactly the same because I made a couple mistakes that on that fight. One of the mistakes, I took a couple of leg kicks and I wasted a lot of energy on top when I get a great position. That was one of my mistakes. I'm not gonna say much because they're gonna see,
Yeah.
they're gonna, oh, he did that, but those two, I'm gonna let it go. Like,
All right.
I wasted a lot of energy, so those things I already worked so hard on to make the same mistakes because just to Kunchenko was bigger guy, so as soon as I took him down, I couldn't do a lot of control and damage that I want to. I have two options to take you down, or I want a defense position, or I'm gonna hurt you. I couldn't do either way. I was just kind of more holding, so that took a lot of my energy. And I took a couple leg kicks, so those things I already worked on that, right? As soon as I come back, I say, okay, when I get on top, I get all my wrestling coach, Cyborg, Wagner Rush, okay, how I defense here, I was strong right here, so that things I would improve. The kicks, Henry train a lot, we already improve. I think I'm the thing is the learning process is an infinity quest. I'm always looking for that little okay, I did that, okay. And I have a lot of big guys at the gym that I can learn from. Like if I have some striking question that Henry like give me an answer but I didn't like it. Let's say I have Robin von Smalling, like glory champion. I have Rashad Evans. I have Tito Belfort. I have uh, Robbie Lawler. I have so many good guys. If I go for wrestling respect, I have many guys. So I think I just keep my mindset with that infinity quest of learning. So I'm always asking, hey, how should that? How you think about this? I'm trying to do this. What do you think? And then that's how every fight the guy's gonna see. I might fail. I might make a mistake. Yeah, but next fight, I still can make different mistakes, but I'm not gonna do the same mistakes. I'm always trying to learn. And try to get as a better fighter as I think I can get, and I still have a long way to go.
All right, let's switch gears. There's two guys fighting each other that you would like to fight in the future, Damian Maia and Ben Askren,
Yeah,
UFC Singapore. And you mentioned that you're helping out Michael Johnson for his fight.
yeah,
Most likely you'll probably fly out there, right? Are you flying out
yes.
there?
Oh,
Of
yeah, I'll
course.
be
So you're
there.
going to be watching that, right? Cage
Yes,
side. What is your breakdown of that fight and who do you feel has the advantage to win?
I studied a lot of Ben Askren videos. I saw he has a great control, a great, let's say, a ground and pound when he get in a good position. But when you fight a, a grappler as a Damian Maia, I think Damian Maia has the tools to beat Ben Askren. And I don't know, even from the bottom, if Ben Askren does take him down, I think Damian is still gonna create a scramble. Eventually, get the back, you get a guillotine, I think, on my opinion, I think Damian pull ups the finish. Even if you take in the moment, I think Damian Maia on his way out, he's at 40 something, I think. And Ben Askren just got on the UFC, so he's coming from a knockout. So I think he's going to be more hungry. But I think the matchup benefits Damian Maia with the submission. I just think Damian Maia is a master, and then he can finish. And it was one of the fights that I watched so much. It was Damian Maia against Gunnar Nelson, and that I watched the fight live, but I saw like how high caliber is Gunnar Nelson because he got in a lot of bad position and he survived. So, but the only difference right now with Ben Askren will be that there's going to be a 8-5 rounds. And if you strike with them, if you make him miss a shot, if he don't get on the grappling area, he might get tired on 5 rounds. But I think grappling, I don't think he's gonna get that tired. That I think he can do very well against Ben Askren in 5 rounds fight.
Could that fight become a boring fight on the feet?
Yes, yes.
It
I
could,
hope that.
right?
Yes, because what happens is sometimes we respect so much the guys who our opponent level. And sometimes you give a shot, you try to take down, but his takedown defense is great because he's a great grappler. And sometimes you might waste a lot of energy on the takedown sometimes it's easier just okay. I know we're not gonna knock me out, so let's stay here. No, let's see who got better. And a lot of people they don't understand that, but sometimes it's such a hard quest to take the guy down there. Sometimes it's okay. Let's just stand up right here. I know you're not that great on striking, so I'm not in that danger. So let's stay here. Let's see who fights better on the feet, and that's what happened because sometimes the job to take the guy down was going to take a lot of energy. And the guy, guess what? The guy might scramble up. And then all the energy was just thrown away. So that's why sometimes it's easy. Okay, let's just strike. That's why a lot of people don't understand that. And they see, oh, they're going to do a kickboxing amateur fight. But sometimes it's just hard to take the guy down, especially if he's a grappler. So he study a little bit, your best shots. He's going to avoid that. So it's just hard sometimes.
Yeah, and do you believe that Damian has the advantage in the striking over
I
Askren?
believe, I
A lot of
believe
people
so.
do.
I believe so. He's a southpaw. He has good jabs. I just saw watching that fight with Gunnar Nelson. He closed distance very quickly with a couple jabs, took him down. They scrambled on the floor a little bit. Second round, he kind of came with the same thing. Boom, he threw a left straight. That was a hard shot. He just put what's his name? Kobe Covington, all bloody in Brazil. Yeah, I think Damian Maia get an advantage for sure.
You take care of business in Copenhagen against Gunnar Nelson. Do you see yourself fighting the winner of that fight? Does that make sense for you?
He does. He does. He's one of the fight that I'm very looking forward. I think I'm the best grappler on that division, but I for sure still gotta make a statement with that. I think we over Gunnar Nelson will be for me like to project that, and for sure I visualize it a fight with the winner with that fight. So for sure, but first you're gonna think about Gunnar Nelson is already a tough one to deal with. But for sure, I'll be there watching this fight, and I would like everything goes my way. I would like to face the winner for sure.
Another welterweight that's in the news right now, Colby Covington, he's
Yeah,
trashing his teammates, right? Jorge
yeah,
Masvidal, who was supposedly his best friend, and Dustin Poirier, two guys that a lot of people enjoy watching fight,
yes.
and just they enjoy them as fighters, right? Their personalities are, they're all on the same team. Could you imagine that happening on your team at Hard Knocks 365?
I don't think so. And that's why our team is not a big team. It's not that big. And I like that better because you're kind of more united. Like we have a little group chat on WhatsApp and everybody talk with each other. We support each other when one guy is fighting. We put a picture. Most of the guys kind of repost or post the picture. And we're always talking to each other, going to the fight. And we have a nice group, a nice energy at the gym. A very nice energy. That's one of the things that money doesn't buy. Like we get to a place, everybody's happy, everybody's is working hard, one guy pushing each other. So I don't see that happening. I think he's gonna get kicked out. That we had a lot of drama at the Black Series before, a lot of little things over ring. I think with one guy, and later we got a lot of problems. Thiago Silva, we a couple little fights inside the team. That's why it was one of the reasons that we broke up. But as of right now, we have a great energy. Like I hope no one breaks that. We keep it going like that. For sure, we're gonna have problems. But I would hate to have that drama in the team, especially with such a great energy that we have right now. We have a couple champions. We have a great facility. We have a great coach, great teammates. I know it's not that happy ain't all the time, but I hope we keep as long as we can like that.
Yeah, if there's a problem, of course you have to keep it in house, right? Inside the
Yeah,
team,
and fix
not
it.
in the
Yeah,
media.
yeah. I don't like that. Kobe Covington. It doesn't bother me like uh, as a person. I don't want to like see the guy on the street and beat him up like a couple guys do it. He's not my type. I respect the guy. Even I don't like the things that he say, especially the stuff that he said to Brazil, and especially for his teammates. You can see he's not a loyal guy. But I would love to fight this guy. This is one of the guys that I would love to put my hands on him and and I think I have a great style. It will be a good matchup for me on that fight, and I think our path might I might face him one day, and I can't wait for that. So I'm not gonna be. I just got up on the division, so I'm not gonna call that shot right now. Doesn't I know doesn't make sense for the UFC, for him, for for the company. So, but he's one of the guys that I really want to fight one day, and I can see in the future it's gonna happen. So I'm just kind of waiting for that opportunity. But it's just one guy that I want to fight that I don't like so much. I don't. It's just so much, very disrespectful, especially go to Brazil and talk shit about Brazil the way he did over there. Just doesn't make sense. I will never go to Asia or America or any other country to talk bad about the country. So it's very disrespectful. I don't even can visualize myself doing that. Just for sure, totally the opposite. But at the end of the day, I cannot judge him because he's doing good. He kind of put his name over there. But I hope one day I fight him.
Definitely, of course, I'm pretty sure he's on the top of the list because we talked about the list you have last
Sure,
time, so
he's on
I
that
remember
list.
the list.
He,
One last thing before I let you go, there's many different types of fighters. You got like a Colby Covington, he's probably a fighter, you know what I mean? And you got
yes,
like Damian Maia, he's like a martial artist. What do you consider yourself, a martial artist or a fighter?
I like that question, but I think I'm a fighter. I mean, martial arts too. I have all the respect. I have all the martial arts integrity. But at the end of the day, I'm a fighter. And I think, and a lot of guys they're not that kind of fighter because a lot of people do they talk, but when the call comes, these guys know. Oh, I need to be ready. And you can ask my manager, you can ask the UFC. Every fight they offer me, I always say yes because I think that's both. That's being a martial arts and it's being a fighter too. And I'm real. I'm a fan of these guys. They are real. Like even if it's good or bad, but you being you. Like I like Nate Diaz a lot. I like Mike Perry a lot. I like Masvidal a lot. I like Vicente Luke, my brother. I love the his style. You don't need to be mean or say nothing, but just be you. I respect you if you be you. Like Damian Maia, Stephen Thompson. I don't know if you don't need to be good, don't need to be bad, but be real, be you. I will respect you. Just like Mike Perry, I have so much fun looking his Instagram, his story. He's going crazy right now. I say, hey, bro, enjoy. You deserve that. And so I think the thing for sure you need to be in martial arts. We're doing a martial arts, but if you bad, man, be bad. But be you, be yourself. I think that's what be a fighter means. Like, don't need to fake, don't need to do nothing. If you want to kill the guy, try to kill the guy on a fight. But I think I don't know. What if I'm a martial arts or I'm a fighter? I think I'm a fighter, but I don't know. Yeah, that's a good question.
All right, man. Well, you get to step back into that octagon September
Yeah,
28th, UFC on ESPN plus 18 in Copenhagen, Denmark. Thank you, Gilbert,
yes.
for the time, man. Always good speaking with you and picking your brain. Have fun on the fight, and maybe I'll see you in Singapore.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you so much. Appreciate your channel. Always following you, always seeing our interviews. You're doing a great job. And we talk after the fight. See you in Singapore, too.